welcome to the Higher Level Podcast. So on the show tonight, we're going to be joined via the telephone by Paddy Pimblett. We've got Kieran Smith on with us tonight as well, professional boxer, 16-0, and we've got Justin Flannigan joining us as well. A returning guest. He's filling in for James. He's in doing a guest spot.
I hope you didn't ask me about any MMA stuff. I don't really know much.
You try to tell me he's been on this a few times and he's still not even bringing the tea in.
No, he's been on it a few times.
He's a guest at bringing tea in. There's no chance of you bringing tea, but
he's a guest. So you've been coming in here doing a bit of training now and again as well, haven't you?
Aye, I was in here throughout Christmas time. I've been in here through various years, even here and the old gym. Just doing a bit of stuff, mixing it up. Done a couple of Thai classes, done a bit of boxing sparring with the guys. I helped Stevie Ray for his last fight against Michael Johnson, just because Johnson was obviously a big tall southpaw. So James asked me to do a bit of sparring with him, just to try and like tidy up his hands and stuff like that.
It's obviously benefits the guys coming in, a guy like you coming in, obviously with your skill set. It's definitely like Stevie. Obviously Stevie went out and won that fight as well. So
definitely, aye, 100%. But it's also good for me. It's not just benefiting them; it's benefiting me as well, because it's different surroundings for me. You know what I mean? I'm walking into this gym like a novice. I don't know. I know boxing, and that's it. I don't know anything else that's going on round about me, and I'm just like watching. Let's face it, 90% of the people out there, they don't know how I'm. You know what I mean? 90% of the people on that mat. The only people that do know are because I've been coming in before, and I've got to know quite a few of the members and stuff like that, and fighters. So it's good for me to get out of my comfort zone as well.
That was what I was going to say. It is that element of getting out your comfort zone and out of this familiar surroundings of a boxing gym, and it is something a wee bit different. So just to keep you on your toes, basically.
Aye, definitely. I'm quite I don't know if you'd say strange or whatever, but I like
oh, you're strange, alright.
I like shit like that, man. You know what I mean? I just do stupid things like a couple of weeks ago, like I just swam 2 miles for the sake of getting a pool, just to see how long it would take me, and I'm just like looking at the bottom of the pool, and I'm just like, this is torture, and it's not even benefiting my boxing at all. But it's just, I just like putting myself in the horrible positions all the time. I think it's just mental toughness. You know what I mean? I
was going to say, it's maybe no benefiting your boxing technique, but putting yourself in that situation, it's like it's a form of self-torture, isn't it? Because there's got to be bits in a fight where you could be in a lot of trouble and you need to dig deep and shit like that. It's got to, know what I mean? That's got to help you.
I always mind the first time I ever came to Super Sunday up in the old gym, and like it's when Big Alan Love and that still like was trained in that neighbour off. So, and after the boxing, I think James kind of looked out at him. We used to go for boxing and shoot boxing. I think James kind of looked at him, like, expected him to be like, "Alright, I'm canning it now," and he's just on the mat. He's like, "What are we doing now?" And that right in about it. Never shot a double leg in his life. Started shooting double legs and boxing. Brilliant.
So one way to learn that. That's it. And the way I see it is, like, especially if I come down here sparring, I'll never go 100% on it. It's not my style. There is guys that are, if they're boxers, amateur or professional, you ask them to come in here, they will spar like they spar in a boxing gym. MMA guys can't spar like boxers because elbows, there's too much can go wrong, whereas in a boxing gym too much does go wrong, and unless you're preparing for a fight in that short period of time, boxers shouldn't be sparring at 100% the way they do, but we all do because we love it, and it's just a thing we do. Whereas if I came in here and sparred at 100%, I could seriously hurt some guys. I know I could, but who's it benefiting? Who's that benefiting? It's not benefiting me, it's not benefiting them. And it's the way I see it as well is when I come in here, if I'm going to come in here and box and spar, I'm going to come in here and do something else after it, because it's like me having all my skill on display, like everything. Like, alright, I'll box you, but I'll no wrestle you. Like, wrestlers got to be like, well, where's the 50-50 going on there? You know what I mean? So that's how I've always, if I went to Super Sunday and that at the old gym, it was like boxing, shoot boxing. I always stay for shoot boxing. I always let people like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But it's fun games.
So it's kind of like you're a black belt in boxing, so you're going for that to into something where you're effectively
Exactly,
like a white belt. Know what I mean?
I came down a few months ago as well after. Was it my last fight or my fight before?
Right before that, innit?
And I
Thought
just
you'd
done Thai. I done Thai rounds and stuff like that, and completely new to me, but it's good. You know what I mean? I'm out there mixing it with the best. They're not taking it hard on me, and that's how. That's where it comes in. You know what I mean? It's a bit of respect there. Whereas, like, they know that potentially they could injure me. You know what I mean? Out of nothing, out of stupidness. And if the shoe was in the left foot, I could injure them. You know what I mean? Like boxing. It
seems like a good thing that if you can, because something I can't remember what I was listening to the other day, but it was regarding boxing. They were talking about some boxers at the end of their careers, and I think he'd says it wasn't his fights that had finished his career. It was the gym. It was basically everything. Because a lot of guys, do you think
guys
a lot of guys
walking about like a lamppost man with 10 fights? You know what I mean? It's insane.
Do you think a lot of guys just leave their best rounds in the gym?
100%.
You ever watched it?
I only spar 6 weeks out, and people always are wrong me for sparring.
It's a bloodbath.
I have watched it, and it's like you're like, fucking hell. I mean, it's no. Sometimes you're looking at it and you're like, that's not sparring. That's a fight.
Oh, it's 100%. Whereas, it's hard. It is a fight, but you've grew up knowing that. That's what you grew up knowing. You know what I mean? Like I've grew up knowing that, and like when I spar with people now, I'll hit them to hurt them. But if I see them hurt, I'll ease with the gas, because I know like it's not the point of exercise there. Whereas you still get professional athletes who will only they actually want to finish you in there. You know what I mean? And a spar where nobody wins. You know what I mean?
That's it. There's not. Because I always thought sparring, well, I don't know if I was thinking like Thais. Like when you watch Thais, I've seen obviously boxing sparring like fucking hell, and then you watch like Thai sparring, and it's just a totally different thing, isn't it? It's kind of a game. It's like playful. It's almost.
See when you watch really high level, like especially watching any of the guys for your cow post a lot of stuff, either sparring and clinch sparring and stuff like that, and they're sparring with no like wee gloves on and no shinnies and stuff, because it's all just technique and like play based. It's like I don't know, a total different dynamic. It's just obviously to get used to stuff coming in, you get used to the contact, and then when they make it look effortless or not, like they make it just like watching high level Thais. See when you watch Thai boxing done right,
but then they guys, I suppose the other side of that is with the Thais, they don't really need to spar hard because the fuckers fight 200 times.
Oh, they fight every week.
You know what I mean? So
that's also true.
So it's kind of the flip side of it, isn't it?
There's one thing that I would say on the sparring is like we do quite a lot of body sparring and stuff like that, and another gym is the Ingle Gym. The Ingle Gym do a lot of body sparring and stuff like that, and it was Brendan Ingle originally, now Dominic Ingle, and he still lives by his dad's kind of sayings is like, if you can't get hit, you can't get hurt. And in the gym, like what you're saying, loads of guys leave their best rounds in the gym. They do more body sparring than any gym I've ever seen, and it's because it's the closest thing you can get to a fight and body sparring without injuring your brain. Because that's the cleverest. That's the cleverest way about it, because you're still sparring, you're still hitting each other hard. You're just not getting concussions and punched in the head relentlessly for no reason. Because
that is the danger as well, and not just with boxing, it's a danger with any combat sports, because it's dangerous shit if you're fucking throwing bones at people. But the danger is you're taking a lot of damage to the brain leading up to a fight, and then depending on your weight class, you're potentially dehydrating yourself and draining, and then that's where the extra. I
don't know what you're talking about. Dehydrating yourself, no. No idea. I'm only 6'2" and fight 69 kilos.
So that's the danger, I guess, with all combat sports. But it's one of the things, I suppose, as well. You've got to fight. You've got to fight leading up to it. So you.
Aye, David. But that's periodisation. A lot of people have got that problem where they don't periodise it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I believe like maybe 1-2 spars kind of at the start of camp to see where you're at.
Aye.
See where your fitness levels are, see where you're at. And then your sparring should probably be based inside like a kind of 4-week period where you spar maybe 2 or 3 times a week. It's a heavy, like a heavy period.
Almost. Aye.
a heavy block of training, and then I believe you stop sparring between 10 and 14 days out. You've got to start cutting weight and stuff like that, and it gives your body time. From 14 days out, you can't get any fitter, you can't get any better than what you are. And from then on, I believe it's just about getting sharp, letting your body recover for the weeks gone by, you know what I mean? Whereas guys then try and keep pushing, and that's when they leave the gym. There's where injury happens. 10 days out, 12 days out, you know what I mean? 8 days out, you know what I mean? That's like, it's day short kind of when they're breaking their bodies down to make the weight, they're not letting themselves recover. Concussions happen, just things like that, you know what I mean? That's when damage is done.
So for you then, if you're getting up to that fight, you have that period where you finish the hard sparring, and then for you, is it just about keeping sharp in terms of like obviously your mitt work and stuff like that, and then keeping on track with your weight? Is it making sure as well that when you hit fight, you're peaking at the right time as well?
Aye, definitely, aye. Right. So like, if there's been camps gone by where I'll spar and I'm meant to spar like on, like, just say 2 days later or whatever, I'll do a 10 round spar, I might spar maybe again 10 rounds for the last time 2 days. If I sparred good then, my coach has been like, right, you've sparred enough, you look great, things are only going to get better here. That's it. Like, you're looking good, like you're on point, you go spar again, either come back down. You can only ever be 100%. Billy Joe Saunders told me this, and it's a really, really clever saying, because people, I'm bad for it myself. I always want to push the boundaries to the next. Like, I can always get that 1% far. I can always get that 1% better. See, if you're 100%, there's only one way you can go, and it's back down the way. And you only hit 100% 3-4 times a year.
So do you feel that with yourself, you need somebody to say to you, right, so do you run the risk then of just overtraining yourself, and that's when you start slipping back down? Probably,
and I've overtrained loads of times, and I don't know, it's part of my nature. It's like I've got it inside me, whereas I want to go all the time.
Is it part of that? See what you're saying earlier about going and doing that 2 mile swim, you know it's brutal and you're effectively torturing yourselves. It kind of like
I'm not in a training camp.
You just want to keep pushing yourself.
I'm not in a training camp.
That's what I mean.
I fought in November. If I was doing it for likes on Instagram, I'd post it. You know what I mean? I only post up this picture on Instagram. My boys. I've always, I know that there's training camps, right? A training camp, like what I was saying about periodization, blah blah. But as a full-time athlete, or as a guy who's a professional athlete looking to go and seriously like push yourself and challenge yourself to go to the top, I didn't see how people can go into a gym for 10 weeks, base it around losing weight, getting fit to fight, and then going to 3 months off and then do the same thing again and then expect to get better. How are they getting better? Like, there's no, like, and I got asked in December. I trained right through December as well after my fight, and people were like, why are you training so hard? I was like, I'm just in the gym. I'm just learning. Like, I'm just trying to get better. That's it. Like, I'm just in the gym, just trying to be better than what I was the fight before, because I believe it doesn't need to be hard training. Like, a lot of technical training to take place in that time, and where it isn't as intense, and you're on when you're in a fight camp, things are intense because there's loads of things running through your mind, because all you're focused on is this fight. Whereas if you've not got all that in your mind, you've got a lot more chance of absorbing and learning stuff.
So you're more open to more open to getting better, more open to potential new techniques, or whatever.
There's no pressure there, and there's no pressure, and it doesn't need to be like 100 mile an hour, because when you start training for a fight in a fight camp, you want to be 100 mile an hour at a time, because you're like, I need to get fitter though, and like you always want to like push it, even pads, bags, everything. You want to be constantly like hammering it, and it's just, well, I don't know about other people. Whereas if you're in the gym and it's after a fight, you can like slow that down, like wind that right down, and you're happy, punching the bag slow, learning a couple of things, walk out, and then the next day actually sinks in. You've picked something up. You know what I mean?
Is there ever as well? I know with the MMA used to be really bad for that. See guys getting a fight and then just to balloon up between fights, but it seems now that the eyes there. But it seems now that I know from the MMA point of view, it seems like there's a lot of guys that are a bit more professional, even at the amateur level. Is there the other thing as well? Is you could potentially get a phone call and an opportunity, a fight. It could be something short notice. I don't know. And if you're already fit, it means you'd be more confident accepting something like that.
Guys, a lot of guys are able to take up on opportunities like that. I'm a big guy at the weight. That's a thing for me. Is like I'm massive. I'm one of the biggest super welterweights in Britain. And it would be hard for me to take a fight on very short notice. Just not because I'm not in shape, not because I'm not fit. Just without killing myself. Like if I was to take a fight in short notice, like I'd probably need to kill myself just to do the weight. And my weight's in such a fine line, pretty much. You know what I mean? Whereas it takes me 10 weeks of like proper dieting, proper structured meal plans, just to make the weight. And if I've not got that kind of time, or not 10 weeks, 8 weeks, you know what I mean? But if I've not got that structured period, I would probably I would end up like kind of crash diet, and I probably wouldn't perform as well.
So it would affect you getting in there. Then you'd be less than that. What you're saying about that 100%.
Aye.
And in terms of see with boxing getting matched up and stuff like that, because I know on the MMA side, guys can at the professional level can maybe have 2, 3, 4 fights and then get a massive opportunity. Where with boxing, it seems like it's maybe a slow build. You've got to build yourself.
Aye, and it always has been. It's always unless you're signed with like a massive promoter or something like that, you're kind of your own like ticket deals and stuff like that to start with. So they build your record up the date with everybody. You'll have 2, 3 fights, 4 fights, whatever, with people that are journeymen. You know, or you should be beating. You know what I mean? Whereas it doesn't always happen, but you should be beating, and you sell tickets, and that's like your own ticket deal. So you get paid for the amount of tickets you sell and stuff like that. And it just kind of gets built up for there, but there's a bit of that. There's a bit more building goes on, because I would like to say an amateur MMA. They do ticket deals and stuff like that as well. You know what I mean? They do tickets and stuff. So in amateur MMA, I think they've been through that kind of process, and it's like turning professional in MMA is probably like having your 6th, 7th professional boxing fight, I would say.
Yeah.
It's at that kind of level. Whereas, like, if you're turning pro and you're making a pro debut at MMA, it could be a 50-50 fight, or it could be a 70-30 fight, whatever.
Aye.
Depending on the matchmaker. That's kind of looking into the 7th, 8th kind of fights, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Your professional career.
So with boxing then, it's like you steadily getting more difficult fights every time, and just getting different tests as you're going through. And
That's
then
it.
obviously, and I guess if you're at that top level, you just keep going up. And
That's it. It's that, and there's a lot of politics in boxing. A lot of politics.
Aye.
Whereas, like between promotional companies, management companies, etc., like crossing wires, and this one kind of fight that one because with that promotion, that promoter, and stuff like that. And until it actually is for a world title, and somebody wins posh bids and stuff like that for it, then that's when it takes place. But it's just it's a tricky. I couldn't even tell you, because I'm not involved in that side of it. You know what I mean? I'm not a manager or promoter.
But it's like wants a piece of the pie, I think.
Exactly. Aye. There's too many people who want a piece of the pie. It's just it's a really sticky situation most of the time.
So we're just going to now cut to Paddy Pimblett, who's joining us via the telephone. Paddy, thanks for coming on and giving us some time, mate.
All good, the lads just sitting in my room with the FIFA on.
So we obviously got you on to chat about your upcoming fight. Obviously you were scheduled to fight Desmay. That fight's no longer happened. So Martinez has stepped in. So at least you still get the fight. Before we talk about the fight, obviously you've had a bit of time off with injuries and stuff like that. What's that been like for you having? Because was it September 2018 was the last time you fought?
The 1st of September as well, lad. So the start of the fucking month. But yeah, lad, 1st of September 2018. And I shouldn't have even fought then. I got a surgery 12 weeks before. And I got wires took out of it 6 weeks before. I'll never forget saying to the doctors and that when I was lying on the table, yeah, I'm fighting in 6 weeks. Doctors and nurses' faces dropped. I was like, what? No, you're not. I was like, nah, I am, Like, you're not, I was like, no, I am fighting for a world title in the Echo Arena. I'm fighting, trust me.
Yeah.
And I should have listened to them and shouldn't have, lad, but I didn't, and I fought, and I couldn't finish the choke because my hand was that knackered in the face. I couldn't get the squeeze on it, you know what I mean? I couldn't get, if the other arm was underneath, he would have went a kick. And then the second round, I hit him with the right hand and just smashed my hand again, broke it for the second time, so.
Yeah, is that just one of the experiences though that you obviously went ahead with the fight and like you're saying there, you probably shouldn't have been in there fighting, but you've had a bit of time out now, so you're finally getting back in there. What's that period of time like been for you, been out of the cage?
Well, the first few months of it was horrible, lad. Know what I mean? Just thinking about that loss, thinking about how close I was to finishing him, but when you look back now, it was all meant to be, lad, in hindsight, know what I mean? If it was meant to win there, he would have went to sleep, but I weren't. I was meant to learn my lesson for doing the fight with such bad injuries, know what I mean? That I should never have been in there.
And in terms of the hand and stuff like that now, how is the hand now that's had a bit of time out, a bit of time to heal?
It's better now, know what I mean? It's one of them weird freakish injuries where I've spoke to boxers, and it's never going to be the same again. Know what I mean? It's that simple. It's never going to be the same again. But now I'm punching harder with it, to be fair. I'm punching harder with it now than I ever have.
Yeah.
And it's just the grapple aspect of it, but I just know I'll fucking wrap anyone up, lad. So
is it just a case of then, the issues there with the hand, so you've adapted round about it? And
yeah, that's it. You just got to adapt around your injuries, haven't you? And that's what I've done now. I've just adapted around it. It's got to be done, so...
Yeah. And the other thing that happened when you were scheduled in your last fight, obviously, again, it was Desmay you were scheduled against. That didn't happen. So Giannatti came in, and we know there was issues there with Giannatti in terms of you're obviously fighting at lightweight, and I believe he came in, he was more or less a welterweight, was he not?
Yeah, he weighed in 164.
160. How annoying is that? Not just the fact that he's come in and missed weight, but the fact he's obviously made no effort at all to make weight.
The funniest part was he tried to say, I've been collapsing in the sauna, I've been fainting, I've been out there. And like, you looked at him and he looked like he just fucking got in off a night out or something, lad.
Yeah.
He didn't even look drained in the slightest, know what I mean? And he's like, I've nearly killed myself to make weight. He wasn't drained. As soon as he got off the scales, he sat down, started eating something and drinking. I was like, whoa, lad, what are you doing? You're not rehydrating and that now. You've got to go and get back in the sauna. No, I'm not. Make me get back in the sauna. But, lad, I shouldn't have to make you, lad. You should want to fight, lad. Obviously, you don't want to fight. Like, you started shouting, no one will fight you. I thought, no one will fight you. I was like, yeah, no one will. But then you said you will, and then you missed weight by 9 pounds, lad, and just expect it to be sweet. Mad kid, lad.
So do you reckon he was just thinking, I'm a late change of opponent? I know he just thought, yeah, he's just going to take the fight anyway. I don't need to make weight. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he thought. And I would, a year ago, I would have just took that fight. I still wanted to take the fight. Yeah.
It was Graham and Paul that both said, you're not fighting him. He's too much overweight. He's just taking the piss out of you. I
guess sometimes you need folk to do that, rein you in a wee bit, because obviously, I'm assuming now, I know you've had offers for the UFC in the past, but you've turned them down for different reasons. I would assume you're now at the stage where that is the goal, the UFC's next. And
yeah,
I mean,
that's it, the UFC's next. And imagine I did just say, yeah, I'll fight him, and then the fat cunt just lied on top of me. Even though I know he wouldn't have, even though I know for a fact I would have TKO'd him or subbed him because he's a fucking crab. But it just weren't worth the risk, you know what I mean? Graham and Paul both said it's not worth the risk of fighting him in case he does. Like 99 times out of 100 to beat him, but it could have been that one time because he had a 9-pound weight advantage. I went for a big burger and chips that night, lad, and this honest burger, heavy little gaff, could ever see it. And lad, I ate that. Knew we weren't fighting, so I had that. I had like 4 bowls of crunchy nuts. I ate like 7 chocolate bars, and then I weighed myself the next morning. And lad, I was 166.
Fuck's sake.
And he weighed 164. So like he would have been about 175, 180 the next day, and I woke up 166.
Aye,
after eating rubbish.
It's not, I guess.
Yeah, after eating shite, lad. So if I would have just been eating normal, I'd putting stuff in me, I probably would have woke up about 162 or something.
The other thing as well, even the weight advantage obviously is one thing, but it's the actual cut itself, what you put through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you reckon then if he'd actually says, right, okay, I've fucked up here, I've come in basically like a welterweight, but I'll bust my arse and try and make your weight, that changes the scenario?
Yeah, if he would have went and got back in the sauna and even at least tried for 2 hours, I would have fought him. But it was the way he sat down, started eating this little cake he had, and then fucking started drinking water. And like me and I was with Vince.
The best video ever is that video. Yeah. The event after that, man. That was.
And Ben just stood up and was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And he was like, "What?" His coach jumped up and I tried to front it, and Ben's like, "What are you doing? You can't start drinking and eating now." And he's like, "Who can't? Who can't?" I was like, "Well, lad, if you want to fight, obviously you fucking tit."
Fuck's sake. So,
but instead, but yous know what I mean. You know when someone's actually tried to make weight because they're fucked.
I mean, you see guys get in there late last minute, and sometimes they will miss weight, but you can tell when a guy's actually put himself through the ringer to make it.
Yeah, you can tell when someone's actually tried to make weight, and lad, he didn't even try, lad. He jumped up as soon as I was like, "Lad, are you messing? You're eating and that." He was like, "What?" Jumped up, started fronting, know what I mean? Start like jumping up and down, lad. If you tried to make weight, you're not screaming and shouting, jumping up and down, lad. Well, I've tried to make weight before when I've had one eye in Brighton and one eye in Brighton, know what I mean? Never done that, where you've cut that much weight that you end up getting a bog eye.
I've not cut that much weight.
I've done that, lad. I've cut that much weight where I've ended up having one eye pointing forward and one eye pointing left, lad.
That a feather?
Yeah. I've looked terrible, lad. I've looked like I should be on the operating table, lad, getting bumped out or something.
Don't get me wrong, I've seen a few guys looking like Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, I've looked like Dallas Buyers Club before, lad. And then I've got this dickhead trying to tell me, I've just fainted in the sauna twice, I can't make it. You haven't fainted, lad, stop chatting, pony.
Do you know, I think it's daft on his part as well, because it's you're obviously got one of the biggest names in British and European MMA, so it's an opportunity for him to try and make a name for himself over here.
That's it was as if, like, he still tweets me, lad. Was tweeting me yesterday.
Aye.
I'm fucking, what did he put? He said something like, "I've missed weight once in 21 out of 22 amateur and pro fights." And I just put back to him, "Yeah, but you missed weight when it mattered, lad. That's all that matters." And he's like, "Every single time matters." And I said, "No, the time you were fighting me was the only time what mattered.
See be a guy,
all the other bums you fought don't mean none."
See be a guy like that, obviously I'm assuming he's messaging you because you still think he wants that fight or something at some point, but I would assume with everything that happened with him and him basically fucking up the weight and just no attempt, and you would never consider him again.
No, not even that, lad. I would have, when Desmond pulled out, I even said to Paul, "See if they'll get you in anything." And Paul just looked at me and said, "Are you messing?" As if Graham and Ian are going to waste the time on that bum.
Yeah,
he's never getting back in Cage Warriors.
Yeah, that's what he just said, as if they're going to pay flight for him to come over and just waste everyone's time again.
Well, that's it, because it's the cost of flights and everything else. But I guess he's in your rear view now. You've obviously got Martinez now, stepping in, so he's going to be the next guy you're facing. What's your thoughts on Martinez?
Well, that's off to him for taking the fight, know what I mean?
Yeah.
About 5 other people have said no, lad. Turn me down. Someone who's fighting on the same card against another Brit turned me down and then said yeah to someone else, know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've just had to get on with it. I've had former UFC guys saying yeah, they didn't say yeah, they said we'll consider it. Then they got back on Ian Dean and said we want like 10 grand to fight him, know what I mean? Stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Just no.
So, he's the first person to turn around and go, yeah, I'll fight him. So I've had to say yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
I don't think the records of the opponents he's fought are that good, but we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? Anyone can knock anyone out on the night, so I'm gonna be coming in the best I've ever come in, just like I was last time, even though I think he was a bum as well. But he's game, he comes in to have it, so I'll be coming in to have it with him. I'll be coming in to show everyone me new stand-up skills, me even better wrestling, and me even better jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? I've had a black belt since my last fight and everything like that. That's how fucking long it's been.
Is there a bit of excitement as well? Obviously, you've had that time off, but you've not been sitting in your arse. You've obviously been in it.
I mean, I've still been fucking training.
Yeah.
Like, in between all them last fights, I was getting better. Fucking hell, imagine how much better I'm going to be, lad. 18 months off.
Do you think as well, 2020, obviously I know you recently get engaged out in Thailand as well. Congratulations, mate.
Nice one, fella.
How nervous were you to pop the question?
More nervous than when I get in the cage, lad.
Well, listen, it went well. She said yes, it could have went the other way, but
yeah, it was shitting me undies, lad. Someone was like, got a video of it, and you hear me at the start of the video go, fucking heavy this.
I know, mate, congratulations. And just the last thing, I'll let Justin jump in for a wee bit. So do you reckon 2020 for you, Paddy, is this the year at the end that you think you'll be a UFC lightweight at the end of this year?
Yeah, not a lad. I don't know if I'll stick to lightweight though, to be fair. Some of them cunts are big.
Aye.
Some of them cunts are huge, lad. So I could end up going back down to feather when I go to UFC. But yeah, I will be in the UFC by the end of 2020. Easily be in the UFC.
And we'd have to ask you while you're on, have you got any stories about Justin, anything we can use to embarrass him? He's shaking his head there, but I can see a beady sweat. I think he's nervous.
Nah.
Well, we went for a scran, didn't we? And he didn't eat all his food, which I was very disappointed in him.
Mate, that's no shock, mate. That's no shock.
Oh,
lad, I ate everything, lad. That's how I roll, lad. I ate everything.
Asked me. I actually said that about 10 minutes before we came in here. So we went for dinner for something to eat the night after the weigh-ins for Cage Wars in Liverpool. I was like, and I was like, he can put away scran. He can put away scran.
I can eat, lad. People look at me and think I can't, lad. And that's why I blew up to like 86k after the fought, lad. So I sit there and like I'll have me tea, then I'll sit there and I'll eat 4 big bars of Galaxy or something. Like when I say big bars, I mean like big bars, lad.
Family pack, well.
I'll eat like 4 Whisper Gold, 3 White Twixes, then I'll make a big bowl of cereal, then I'll make some nachos, then I'll have another tea. I want to meet, lad. I'm a fat cunt, lad. I need to turn it in.
I was going to say that fucking featherweight might be a stretch, mate, like that.
That's what these weight cuts and that do for you, lads. How do you make you feel?
Oh, the same. You end up eating meal after
every one. You're a proper fatty, lad.
See, I ask a lot of the guys up at the gym this, because I don't know why some fighters do this. It seems like a form of torture. Do you watch food channels when you're cutting weight?
Oh, don't, lads. Don't. I sit there and fucking... I sit there and screenshot scran gaps and send them to me there. I need to go here. And lad, we never end up going to any of them.
I'm the same every single fight. I know exactly how you feel.
Fight, lad. I never end up going to any of the scran gaps on the screen.
10 and 12 weeks you actually plan all this shit and then you just end up in the same shitey places you always go.
You just end up in the same fucking chippy round the corner, then the same Indian you always go, then the same pizza gap.
What's the go-to scran then, Paddy? You've you've finished, you've had your fight, you've obviously made weight, won your fight, we'll say. What's the first scran you're going for?
Lad, I don't know, I differentiate. But there's local to ours, lad, there's a gaff called Happy Seasons, but it doesn't get called Happy Seasons. It gets called Ming's Wings because his chicken wings are that good and his name's Ming.
Fairly straightforward.
They're the heaviest wings, lad. Go there and get some meat spring rolls and chicken wings, lad.
So what you should do then, you should plan it. If you take an arm or a leg and win the fight that way, go for wings, work out something else if you get a knockout.
Yeah, good shout.
Heaviest grand graphs in that London, like.
I love warm cookie doughs and that, lad, where they're still melting in the middle. Jeez!
Mate, you'd take a
me and you go alright. We going alright, mate.
Like, I can go to Subway, mate, and get 12 cookies after the 4th and just eat all 12 myself.
I dessert as dinner. I know that feeling.
Yeah. Eat all 12 myself with like a tub of ice cream and like keep putting them in the microwave.
A tub of ice cream, get a litre tub of Häagen-Dazs and just dump them in.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Nutritionists out there are having a heart attack at the minute.
Anybody?
Lad, I can't wait to retire and just be like Ricky Hatton.
You're just starting, Paddy.
Lad, like Ricky Hatton's got the life now, lad. Just eat what he wants when he wants, mate.
Eating, going drinking ale.
Aye. So do you reckon when you retire then, are you going to stay in shape, or do you think you're just going to let it go and just enjoy yourself?
No, I'm going to just let it go, me, lad. Got me bird snarling me here, shaking my head.
Well, she can't do nothing now. She's already said aye, mate, so...
That's it, lad. She can't say nothing now.
Can't do nothing now. You've said aye.
Tied in.
Listen, Paddy, thanks very much for coming on the show, mate. We do appreciate the time.
Nah, it's all good, man. Anytime, lad.
Obviously, best of luck in your upcoming fight, and we look forward to seeing what 2020's got in store for you, mate.
Okay,
yeah, I hope there's one of your lads on the card, lad. Then we can have a profit chat face to face, can't we?
We Luke's on it, mate. He's fighting that French kid for the belt.
He's fighting for the belt.
He's fighting for the belt, isn't he? Nice.
We had a good week down in London that week, like.
We'll be there, lad. Flexing, one nice, lad.
Yeah, it'd be good to get a scran after the fights and that. You got to go to the UFC and that after on a Saturday as well. See more.
Well, lad, I don't know if I'm going to go to UFC now because Molly couldn't get hold of any tickets, and then she got on us the other day with some, and they're 80 quid each, lad. And that's batty for me to go and watch some fights, lad.
We were just talking about that, I know. Like, we were going to try and find out who we can get tickets off at, because that's like We Look was like, you came out. We Looks like he's a wee pikey, isn't he?
Listen, I've got one for you, lad. Guess what's happening the next day?
What?
Patrick Toppin's doing a 10-hour set somewhere, lad, in the daytime.
In London?
Yeah.
Oh, right, go.
So like that's where we could end up, mate. We'll have to just see, aren't we?
Justin, I'll hook you up. I'll apply for media credentials.
Tell Luke, lad, that's the celebration for us, lad, when he wins that belt and I win. We're going to fucking Patrick Toppin the next day.
Yeah, Big Smithy shit. It's not easy to come to.
Yeah.
I'm fighting about 4 weeks after, but that's all good.
Yeah, lad, you'll lose weight here, lad.
No hanging about you.
Stay on the water, lad, you're flying.
Quality, mate. That'll be class. Cheers for coming on, Paddy. I appreciate that, mate.
Busty, all good, lad. Like I said, he's ever fucking need a guest, lad, and I'm not busy, lad. I'm good for the last 20 minutes.
Therefore.
Brilliant, Paddy. Thanks again, mate.
Busty, the lad.
Catch up with you soon, mate. See you later.
See you after, boys.
Obviously, we've got this weekend. We've got Fury Wilder 2. The first fight was, I don't know if the many folk gave Fury a chance going into that first fight.
I always thought I fancied him.
No, after what he'd been through, no.
I
think most people's consensus was the Fury that beat Klitschko could do something here, but no the Fury now. And he proved up the eye, and he's kind of made it. He's a fan's favourite, isn't he? So most people are backing him now. They believe him because they've seen it before. They've seen it the last time, and a lot of people believe he won. And
it's like Undertaker, wasn't it?
They believe that he can. A lot of people believe that he can do it again. You know what I mean?
It's with Wilder. You need to try and avoid that. It's difficult to have, especially because he's really unorthodox. He's not. And some of the shots, the way they come, he throws himself off balance.
Technically, he's horrendous.
I know, but
technically horrible.
But the power he possesses is
But
frightening. Like.
Unbelievable.
It's one of the ones. He doesn't. Like, I think in the Luis Ortiz fights, he was getting outboxed, and then even that one, I think it hit his forehead, didn't it?
It's like a cannon, man.
Aye.
You just like you see folks' faces when it hits them, and it's like, what the hell was that? It's like getting hit with a train.
Ben Davis made a good point. I saw this. He was pointing out that every time Wilder knocks somebody out, the guy like Ortiz or Brazil, just before they get knocked out, they lift their foot off the canvas, and that's when Wilder throws a shot. I don't know if it's intentional or no, but I thought that was quite interesting when I saw that. But his knockout record, that's unheard of.
Aye, it's unbelievable. That's what happens when you've got lead weights in your gloves.
Do you read much into the do you read much into the change of gym for Tyson Fury or moving away from Ben Davidson?
No, I seen a bit about it. To be honest, just the other day, a video on it and stuff like that. But Tyson Fury's always got to be Tyson Fury in my eyes. I don't mean this disrespectfully to Ben Davison at all, but Ben Davison was more a friend to Tyson Fury than anything other. But he done an incredible job at it. It takes a guy with a fucking big set of balls to be waking up a 6'9" man every other morning, telling him he's going to the gym when he's in a bad place and stuff like that. And he obviously loved him and stuff. And I believe that he played a massive role in Tyson's life, not necessarily in his boxing ability, because I believe he always had that. But he played a massive role in getting him back. And the thing that I watched the other day, Tyson was saying he was on the phone to Ben Davison the other day, which is good. It's not been like a split. It's been like an agreement between the pair of them. So the two of them are still mates and stuff like that.
I think that's good as well for Ben Davidson to maybe not be bitter about that, because you could get bitter about that losing a guy like Tyson Fury, because it's
10%.
I mean that's a lot of dough, man. That's a lot of dough.
A lot of time folk falling it with people getting miffed because they've went elsewhere or things like that. I was like, why not just be happy for the guys? I mean, you've spent time with them, you've done what them, regardless if it's a professional relationship or a personal thing. Like, end of the day, if you're working with somebody 5, 6, 7 days a week, twice a day most days, he's going to become your mate. So why would you not want one of your mates to do better? If he believes that he can go on, or even if you believe, if you have ever done like a half decent coach about like coaching fighters or whatever, if I believe I get to a point where I can't make a fighter better, I can't benefit them, I ultimately tell them, like, you need to go to somebody else to bring you on, to kind of make you better. I was like, I can't take you any further than what I've got you. So it's like
Ben Davidson's done pretty well with it, hasn't he?
I mean,
he's getting
he's a good coach.
He's good. He is.
He's massive.
By
the way,
you forget how big Tyson is, and then when you see him next to him, so Ben Davis, what height must he be?
6'3", 6 or something. Well, he's big, he's tall. And the reason I'm saying this is because when we were in Marbella at the start of last year, I was out with my bird, and then him and Craig ended up.
Your bird, your girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend, like, you know. I was there with my girlfriend, and then him and Craig came out.
I'm saving your baiting. You're live on tape. I'm saving your baiting.
Saving my baiting. You know what I mean? I know. I always save my baiting. It'll be the first time. It'll be the last. But so, and me and Craig were going to go down because the day before he came, and we were going to go down and train at MTK, and we've got there and it was shut. Well, it was shutting, so we were late, so we ended up having to go running. But as we were coming out, Ben Davison and that were in, they were obviously leaving to go somewhere. I couldn't believe the size of him. Because when you see him next to Tyson Fury, he looks tiny.
See, you forget how big Tyson is. It wasn't. I got a bit of perspective. You need perspective sometimes. Then I saw him next to Joe Rogan. I've met Joe, not met him, but I've been next to Joe Rogan in person, and then you see the height difference when Tyson Fury's. Did
you get stage fright? Did you not talk to him?
No, he was. I was getting escorted away from him. He wouldn't sign my chest.
That's because you're for shorts. That's how they want you.
By the way, that's no rank. That's no rank. But it'll be a good. Obviously, Billy Joe Saunders. He's got to be fighting Canelo as well. Billy Joe's still with. Is he still with Ben?
Is he back ankles? No, I'm not sure. I think he's with Ben Davison. Aye.
I think he's still. I think Billy Joe's still with Ben. Would you make it that fight, Billy Joe and Canelo?
I think Billy Joe should just get right in the juice like Canelo. That just makes it fair.
What is it? The old horse meat. What's the testing like in boxing?
Well, depends who you are.
Kind of like the Bellator. Is it kind of like the UFC like the Bellator testing?
It's like depends who you are. I think.
So the more cash you've got.
Aye. Well, I got tested. Well, 3-4 days before my last fight. UCAD came to my door. I'm in the enrolment for the WBC, so I've got the anytime testing.
Right.
Through the WBC scheme. And you basically fill out a sheet. You've got to be you need to be at a certain place. Like you basically schedule your day.
Aye.
Where you're going to be and like where you live and at what times you've got to be in the gym and stuff. I think it's a bit crazy though, because I can only imagine like my life's really sporadic.
Aye,
like,
so
if they turned up to the gym some days and I'm not there, like some days I train early, some days I train later. It's a hard one, but there is one way of getting you, and it's chat with you at your bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 days before a fight, and they got me. They did, aye. So they were there at 6:30 in the morning. Somebody chapped the door, and I was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Surely, can he be Amazon Prime at this time?" I was like, "No way."
Think yourself.
They were there for a delivery. It was a
collection. I seen the guy with a briefcase, and see, to be honest, as soon as I seen the guy with a briefcase, he looked like an inspector, and I was like, "That's for the thing, way." I was like that, and I'm terrible for peeing through the night. I'll be up for the night 4 or 5 times a night peeing, so I'm like that. This is going to be a nightmare. It's got to take a couple of hours. I've been peeing all night. So I sat and I just sat with him, had a coffee. The guy was alright, to be fair. I had a few coffees. Got tested and stuff like that, and obviously he was on his way. But I believe that does happen, you know what I mean? Like, and that guy that came to test me, he didn't know I was fighting on the Saturday, wasn't he? I wasn't getting that was a random test. He just been told to test me because I'm on that kind of enrolment. And I've been tested after fights as well. I've had some nightmares, to be honest. Like, I've been tested normally after a fight, which the inspector comes over after a fight, says to you about who he is, and you go in, you take your test, and you get everything done. I had a test guy come in 2 hours before my fight, and then introduced himself to me and then told me he couldn't leave my side. Right. So all the way through my preparation to warming up through my fight, this guy's in the toilet watching me piss, but he can't actually take the sample until after my fight. But he's still got to watch me pissing. And I'm like, how does that make sense?
Do you think he was maybe just
like a wee look?
Maybe he was just he was a
chopper was of it, didn't he?
He was.
Let's see if he lives up to the name here.
He's a rogue inspector, and they get a report back saying that's that Charlie back at that again, watching fucking
chopper on his shorts,
imagine that
in his pants.
What a job, man! How do you end up doing that job? You just there to
I don't know.
Aye, just there to, maybe the inspectors have got their own wee rating system for all the fighters' dicks, and they're all rated for 1 to whatever.
It's a mental job. 6'2", handsome boy. We'll see what he's playing. Chopper on his shorts. Let's see what he's playing.
I know. It sounds like that sounds awful like the UFC testing USADA, kind of that where they need to structure your time.
Aye, but that's, see, to be honest, it's fine. Like, and I totally agree with it. I didn't mind it. Aye. Just make it 8 o'clock in the morning, no 6. I'm not an analyzer. No. Oh, that. See, to be fair, that's all fair and everything else, but just like the stuff we like the tour before, and like I was in a wee changing room, and it's just this guy there for no reason.
Because that could potentially fuck with your preparation, having somebody else there about. Because obviously you're trying to get yourself mentally ready to go in there and effectively go to war. You know, guy. That's well, you don't need to worry about that in the Maesty MMA.
You don't have to worry about that until you're signed to the UFC, really.
UFC, that's it. I think with that, and you just need to look at a few promotions, and you can do the old.
Wait to see if you're some of the weigh-ins and all that. Bellator, man, you'll probably be able to hand pick yourself, right? He must be getting the good fucking Polish horse meat.
Aye.
I think it goes. The thing is, it goes on in most sports.
Aye,
and I think it go like. combat sports got a really bad name for it.
Oh,
They
it's
always
rife.
have, and you like what you say, it's rife. But I don't believe it's any more rife in combat sports than it is any other sports.
Cycling's the worst dope sport
I believe
in the
that
world.
like 99% of the sports out there are rife with
Anything where
steroids.
people can get a physical.
Anything where people
what
can
was it
make
they said
money
about the Tour de France when Lance Armstrong got stripped? They said if they stripped everybody that was on stuff, the winner would have been the guy in 18th or something like that.
If they tested
top 17,
the front 20, the front pack, you're guaranteed 95% of them are failing.
But you've got to think the guys that
95%.
are doing that, if they're taking supplements and that, taking steroids, let's be straight with it.
You're not getting out
If
of
they're taking
protein shake,
steroids
but-
and stuff like that, say like the best example would be the UFC. It still goes on, but it's a lot harder to get away with. But if a guy's taking steroids and he gets to then the UFC level and he can't do that anymore, that's got to fuck with a guy psychologically as well. That he doesn't have that.
He's already got a psychological problem if he feels he can't perform without using it.
Right.
Because that's what you find. Obviously, there is definitely benefits, but then these guys they don't know anything else. But then it's like, as I said there, it's like, see any sport, any like globally watched or even non-globally watched, any sport or anything that people do, you can make money on. Folk will find any way to cheat. And like I think we spoke about this the last time, Theo James, on it. See, even at the top tier, even though the testing's getting better, you will never beat the doctors who administer it because they will always find a way to beat it.
If you ever watched the
Icarus.
That's a great.
It's exactly what he says in Icarus. He says like, and it's so true. Like for everything they find, like you're always going to hate these guys that are one step ahead because let's face it, what you got to be $100,000 a year doctor, or you got to fucking go and see 10 different athletes and make £1 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these guys,
crazy,
like.
They're always playing catch up.
They've got one step ahead of
It's good that the testing that's becoming better. BCDB used to have the guy in here all the time for Danny and Stevie. He's a great wee guy. He's a lovely guy. He's brand new.
I don't know if they do this in other sports. They probably do it in a lot of sports. They do the retroactive testing, so they'll take your samples and they'll test them. When they get new tests out, they'll retest all the samples and that. So you see a lot of guys getting stung for that. I think they started doing that in cycling.
How long are they keeping your piss for?
They'll keep it. They'll keep it on file. They freeze it. No, but I think it's blood. I think it's blood.
I've got to say, man, imagine keeping passing a pot for years. That would go wrong, man.
Just one wee guy in the room cataloguing it.
You know what I mean?
Mate, imagine how
One wee guy in the room smelling it.
There's that Brock Lesnar's. That smells awfully weird.
It's like syrup, man. That wouldn't be even watery. That would be like fucking maple syrup coming out.
That's offensive to say that guy's clean. He was fucking. He was
It's like,
he was on Everton.
see, I think did they not do that with Dillashaw stuff? Did they not retest loads of that? Or
Aye, they went back and retested. I think with Dillashaw, what had happened is basically he wasn't using.
he was using for longer.
What they quote him with, but it was EPO.
EPO, aye, but
then a lot of folk you think of steroids and you think just big massive muscly, but it's basically it's recovery in that, isn't it?
recovery
So
based.
a lot of it's recovery.
I think EPO's.
It's a blood transfusion. It's a white blood. It's a red blood cell, a white blood cell.
It's a
It's endurance,
cardiovascular kind of supplement.
Because they don't have to see the cyclists. They don't have to when they were on EPO. They'd have to get up in the middle of the night and fucking cycle because your blood thickened. So they had to cycle and get their heart going in it, so their blood thinned out. So basically, they wouldn't get a stroke or anything like that.
I think it's no to do with it's to do with red blood cell. It's to do with basically the red blood cell count, so you can last longer because there's more blood cells to carry more oxygen. It kind of makes you a cardio machine. It just increases your body's capacity. To
Sorry,
absorb
just
oxygen.
while we're on this subject, this isn't a steroid or anything like that, but you want to know what's crazy? You ever taken tramadols?
I took them once when I broke my ribs. And
Tramadols space you.
I
go to
didn't
sleep
like
on a
them.
couple of tramadols, wouldn't you?
Aye.
Manging.
So
Can cyclists take tramadols?
Oh, mate.
And it's like, Google this.
Aye, they do when they're
When
doing
they're
endurance cycles.
So what
Cyclists take tramadols when they're doing endurance.
is it? Just to space himself out and put them in autopilot?
Numb
or
the
something?
pain.
No, it's to numb the pain.
Ah,
They don't feel the
right.
pain.
I don't know.
So tramadols banned in cycling, right?
Right.
Well, what I've read up here.
It's true.
Tramadol's banned in cycling now, right? So if you get drug tested in cycling and you found your tramadol in your system, it comes up as a banned substance. But with any other sport, doesn't it? just because cyclists use it and nobody else does.
But imagine taking tramadols and going sparring. You wouldn't even lift your horns up.
But I broke my ribs and took them. I took it once, and I've never
Put you
felt as
asleep.
ill in my. I wasn't just even feeling. I was felt so ill. I was like, you know what? I'll deal with the pain of the broken ribs rather than deal with the way I felt on them. They weren't they. Aye, you'll get folk turned up. You get folk
Imagine
turned up to
that.
sparring now. Fucking.
Crazy.
Slammed up.
I think a few of the folk at
like going down Dykehead Cross, know what I mean?
I think a few of the audience members at the last fight show I was at were on tramadol. Fucking, I was saying the last fight show. I think a few of them were on.
I've been to a few fight shows, and I think there was a lot more on tramadol getting taken in the crowd too.
Aye,
remember that show that Hanging Foot on in Paisley, at Paisley Town Hall? Is it you ever been to a show in Paisley Town Hall?
The only Paisley one I've been to Linwood.
It was years ago.
I've been to ones in Edinburgh and that, but I've seen some ropey shit.
I've seen some. There's been some rough crowds. We've been in
I bring a nice crowd.
A nice chilled out, relaxed crowd.
You seem to boxing events seem to get a bit, because it's like obviously the shows you're in are obviously in bigger halls and stuff now.
It's a bit more.
You're in actually like proper places, and like the Emirates and that.
There was only 150 police officers turned up at the Emirates last time.
What's the craziest thing you've seen at a boxing show?
Craziest as in what?
Craziest as in anything. You don't have to have been participating in it.
Define crazy.
So it could be a riot or anything like that. What's the maddest thing you can think of you've seen? Like, what the fuck?
I've seen hundreds of fights, obviously, like families, amateur shows and stuff. Families fighting each other, stuff like that.
You know me, family attacking judges at Bram's.
Crazy things like that. Aye. Bottles getting through into rings and like pints lobbed at people, like glass pints thrown across rooms and stuff like that. I can't think of one particular time.
Just a collection of things. I don't think you get glass pints at MMA shows anymore.
No,
that was in a minors. That was in a minors hall, an amateur show. So you're probably talking about 150 people there.
You get plenty of crazy stuff in minors hall. I've seen a few up at Falters minors.
You see a lot of crazy stuff in there.
But so the other thing I was interested in for the boxing side of things is, what's it like for you getting matched and stuff like that? Can it be a difficult process just to get a fight?
It can. Well, the last while has been I've been scheduled. I don't know how Paddy Pimblett feels, but luckily enough, MTK have always managed to get me opponents before. It's been like pullouts 4 weeks out and stuff like that.
Aye.
I've always managed to get opponents and get decent opponents. My last 3 fights, I've been scheduled to fight somebody, been announced, and then it's been changed after that. But my last fight, to be fair, that was scheduled, and I thought it was going to be a tough fight. The guy's 16-0, and it just didn't really turn out very good.
So did you feel did he know? Were you expecting him to come to fight?
To be honest, I was like, I said, this guy's like, I didn't know what to do with him, because he was literally just a shell. He was just covering up, and then just throwing his head at me, covering up, getting close enough, throwing his head at me, and then holding on to me. And he came out and had a go in the first round, and I hit him with a couple of heavy shots, and I think that just pretty much shut his doors, and he was like, I need to see this through. And to be fair to him, I done a good job of it, and I tried to keep my patience to just box him. And I tried to stand and fight with him, and even when I tried to stand and fight with him, he wouldn't engage me. He wanted to hold on to me. I don't know what his tactics were when he was going back to the corner every round. I don't know if his coach was telling me I won that one or something. I've no idea.
Was that the most frustrating fight you've had, that one?
I've had a few frustrating ones, but I probably just because I'd hyped myself up.
Aye.
For it, I'd suffered kind of a bit of an injury with my head before, and it opened up the first round. Head clash. But I probably, because I had railed myself up to like, I thought it was going to be a top of the fight. I was like, this guy's 16-0, he had the WBC Mediterranean title. So this guy's coming out here, and he had a bit of attitude and stuff like that at the weigh-in. And I was like, this guy's got a bit about him.
Aye.
And it just shot his pants in fight night, I think. I think he's just fucking shit yourself.
So are you thinking as well then, obviously, when you're saying there the guy's got a bit about him and that, are you thinking this potentially is going to be a really good fight for the fans as well, and folk are going to be away talking about your fight, which is
my coaches hate it, but I love it. I love a fight. I'm 6'2", I can box. I know I can box. And they say to me,
in the pocket.
They say to me, your biggest problem is like, I'm like, but I didn't like people being bored. They're like, who gives a fuck about people being bored? Like, winning this fight out the park, like, why would you stand there and take that chance? I'm like, because I like it. It's good. And it's like, but I'm learning. I'm finally starting to mature with it a bit. Yeah. You probably didn't see the best of my last fight because it was just torture. I was trying everything to get an opening out of this guy. Whereas my fight before, I fought a Mexican guy who was experienced. He was 21 wins, 2 losses. His 2 losses were big names, Michael Sorrow, and I can't remember the other one, but he was world champion, the other one.
Right.
And they were the only 2 defeats he had, and they were on big promotions, on big shows against Michael Sorrow, and I can't remember the other guy's name now, but the 2 of them are pretty much like top 3 in the world at the moment. And I was like, I'd watched fights of him, and I was like, this guy's dangerous. It was because he was like 21-0 with 14 knockouts, 21-2, like 14 knockouts or something. And I went in and I boxed the instructions for 10 rounds, and it's that I managed to flip the switch there because I knew I get hit with one wrong punch here, it's over.
Aye.
You know what I mean? One wrong punch, it's over. And that's like, I was happy with that performance. My coach was happy with that performance. Just because of basics done well. Aye. Basics done well, and I never ever got involved. I never felt the need to get involved, and I just started breaking them down, and it worked.
I guess as well, when you're moving up the ladder and you're getting continually tougher opponents, that's when probably your coach's advice and that, and you're saying you're maturing as a fighter, that stuff comes into play.
Definitely.
I'll tell you as a mate sitting and watch, because he's one of my best pals, sitting and watching him fight, and he takes a half step back and boxes his ears off anybody. Right. As then he'll really stand there and you're like, no.
Then you've got that bit and you just why get involved.
I've always, my dad and my coach and stuff like that, I've always said the same thing to me. They're like that. Put your boys in your cup. Put your boys in your bogyard. Keep them in your bogyard. Keep your boys in your bogyard tonight. And it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm a big set of boys, man. It's hard. But I'm trying to, at the moment, it's pretty hard. I had an offer for a fight, turned it down. Just a terrible opponent for using his head and stuff like that. I'm trying to get a good fight matched up for myself, and hopefully this cut in my head doesn't open up again, and that's the end of it. Aye. Because it's quite a nasty gash, you know what I mean? It needs time to heal. It needs time to repair. I wouldn't mind fighting somebody who comes to actually box me, and not just one of these wee rough guys. It's just like a shell who's in there to just cause damage with his head, and that's it. You know what I mean? Because there's some of these guys' tactics are just pretty much throw head, elbows, anything they can. You know
it's
what I mean?
Quite dirty stuff just to cut you up.
Aye, exactly. Especially when things don't go their way.
Aye.
Especially when it's not going to go their way. Let's face it, fighting me, it's not going to go their way, is it?
6'2" super middleweight.
Super welterweight.
I guess you're getting to that stage now where you're looking to kick on and start leading up to that big world stage and that as well.
Aye, 100%. I've always said it, like I'm here to test myself. I'm here to. You get guys and you get professional boxers that love the name of being a professional boxer. Mm-hmm. For me, there's nothing cool about getting punched in the face. No. There's a lot cleverer jobs than this out in the world. Aye. I want to test myself, push myself, see how far I can go, and if I'm good enough, I'll be at world stage, and if I'm not, I'll jack it and I'll get a job and I'll move on with my life. Aye. Like I'm that open and honest about it. I want to test myself and see how far I can get. Aye. And see when I get to that point where I believe I'm like, I can't do any better than what I've done. Aye. I'll jack it, and if it's not enough, if I've not made enough money, if I've not made it to a world title that I've always dreamed of then so be it. Shit happens, you know what I mean? It's fucking life.
That's a good attribute to have, though. See that you can be honest with yourself about things and that, and you'll find out in time where your skill set takes you. But that's a good thing as well, that you can be honest with yourself.
Too many people aren't honest with themselves and they're scared to test themselves, I think.
Right.
In life.
If you want to, I guess, if it's with any sport, if you want to, especially using combat sports, if you want to get to the top, you have to fight these guys at some point. So there's no point in getting easy fights and then you make a jump for easy fights to a top guy where you end up getting annihilated.
Why not test yourself?
The thing is, the only difference between MMA that I like probably better about MMA than boxing is the undefeated record in boxing is now everything. Whereas it's not the same in MMA, because like 6-7 fights in, you go, you get beat, you come back, and like your next fight can be another big fight. Whereas you go get beat at boxing, and what happens? You start away back at a 6th round or fighting some journeyman again. Like even with 20 fights under your belt, you know what I mean?
It's mad.
And it's like there's that much of a build up there. I believe that it's like you're building up so much that for there you just go straight back to the bottom of the pile and you have to try and build up again.
It's baffling that, because you could have two top level guys fighting that are right, say both undefeated, and just any given night something could happen where one guy wins or the other guy wins.
It's always the same.
I never got that with boxing where you slide so far back. It's just snakes and ladders, isn't it? You slide the way back down. That's the only. That's the only.
And I believe like that's a big part of being successful in boxing and being clever with the fights you take and the fights you don't take, because you see guys that have been clever about it because of like not taking certain fights and went other routes and then ended up with world title shots, you know what I mean? And it does work if you're willing to play the long game about it, whereas some guys can only see, and promoters will hang you out to dry 100%. There and then they'll just dangle the carrot in front of your eyes, you know what I mean? And like there's so many guys that have like they'll jump so far up because they're like, I'm jumping, like I could get a shot at this, and you're like, well, you're not ready for that. But I'm getting X amount for it. But you're not ready for it. But I'm getting this amount of money. Bang.
Short term.
That's it.
It's like that's end their career half the time, you know what I mean?
That's the way boxing is. But it's one of the ones you just got to do it.
Nah, you've got to. I'm very, very fortunate that I've got a very sensible dad and a very sensible coach around about me who want to guide me on the right path, and they don't just see the short term vision.
People that are actually they're looking out for you, they're just not looking out for their pockets.
A lot of people haven't got that. A
lot of managers will just look
a lot of guys aren't as fortunate as me to have like dads and stuff like that as interested as what my dad is for me and like my career. A lot of people still old school dads. It's like, oh, I don't know anything about boxing. Like, oh, you want to be a professional boxer? Go box. I'll come. I'll get pissed at the event, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm in a fortunate position where my dad wants to look out for me all the time.
Well, you can really ask for anywhere then. So just before we finish up, one thing we wanted to talk to you a wee bit about as well, Justin, was you're still coaching the kids' classes. So what classes is it you coach then? In terms of the kids' classes?
Kids' class, I teach just the kids' Muay Thai classes.
Muay Thai, and who is it Wayne that does?
Wayne does the kids' jiu-jitsu stuff. It's pretty cool, man. He's doing both the classes are doing pretty well, really well actually. Wayne, the jiu-jitsu class is pretty busy. My class is busy as well, but I'm busy on a Saturday and I'm on a Monday. But that can be due to a varied reasons. Mum and dad's at work, stuff like that. A lot of kids do other things during the week as well. I think every single kid that comes to any of the classes, man, it's like Wednesday everything these days. Like we know, like we've met our pals and that who've got Wednesday. There's like no a day in the week they're no doing something. If they're no swimming, they're dancing. If they're no dancing, they're at drama. Or there's like the doing things that we didn't even know existed. I ran about it.
They're a fucking iPad.
Get in the fucking house.
Or we'll go to our Xbox or our PlayStation, but it's pretty cool to see all these kids who come back and you see them all getting better, and like you see them getting better all the time. There's wee lassies, it's crazy, man. It's like, I said this before, there's wee lassies in my classes, and it's mostly lassies in the classes, actually, to be honest, which is cool. Like, it's really cool to see young lassies getting into things like martial arts and stuff like that. And like, there's sponges, man. They just pick up everything, and you can see like, a few loads of wee guys in that day.
Same
Like,
rules apply for big lassies, don't worry.
you see them all like they'll just absorb everything you teach them, and there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a kid who's done absolutely nothing, no idea how to throw a punch, a kick, a knee, or even how to stand in a stance, like southpaw, orthodox, or whatever they are. Like the first day one when they come through the door, and then you're looking like, well, we're now nearly, I've been back running the class about just under a year, I think. I don't know, I can't even remember off the top of my head. But see, now they're starting to get they've all got their own wee styles, and it's cool see watching them correcting each other. They like help each other out, and like when they're doing pads and stuff, you can see one of them say, oh, well, no, that wasn't quite right, and they're like, oh, right, aye, and then they'll shout you out to go and like check on it. Like if I'm busy with one group of kids in the class try to help them go or stuff, and you'll get one of them shouting on you to go, and like at the start you didn't really get that because they weren't too sure what was going on.
It's confidence as well, isn't it?
And now they're all getting more confident, and they're all just you get to know the kids and that as well, which is quite cool. It's like they're all lovely people, all lovely families and that, so it's pretty cool. Like, it's really enjoyable to coach them and all.
What ages is the kids' classes for?
6 to 11, I'm sure. No, 5 or 6 to 11. That's terrible. I even don't know that, but I'm pretty sure it is 5 to 11 or 6 to 11. One of them.
So if anybody's want to bring their kids down to classes, what times is it on a Monday and Saturday?
Monday night it's 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock kids tie. Wednesday night is 6 till 7 is kids jiu-jitsu. A Saturday morning at 10 to 11. Well, 10 to 10:45 is kids Thai boxing, and then straight after that is kids jiu-jitsu, like 11 till 11:45. I always say 10 to 11 or 6 to 7 because if James ever ask James, anytime I run a class I can never run it in the time scale. I always go there. It's like, there's always things you want to do, like the same minute in my life again he'll be there to say something about me being late all the time for absolutely everything. So
you know your timekeeping's not the best.
Well, my timekeeping.
Sure we can forgive you for that.
I didn't know what you're saying. You were a bit late yourself.
Aye. Listen, I had issues in my head, but we'll not go there. But that's us for the night, guys. So we'll wrap this one up. Thanks very much for coming on,
no problem.
And as always, Justin, it's a pleasure. And obviously, Paddy's not been in studio with us, but we appreciate him jumping on the phone and using time. And guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support. Cheers.